Hello and welcome back to MJM Detailing Diaries. Thanks for joining me. And if you're new here, please don't forget to hit that like button and give us a subscribe at the end. If you're returning to me, you'll notice that there's been some changes on the covers in the background. These are brands that I've purchased from in the past and have reviewed products on. And they're people that, as individuals, have supported me with the development of my channel and the growth of me as a person. So I just wanted to give a bit of a thanks and a shout out to each one of those on the logo behind. Reason for joining me tonight is to have a look at the Shiny Garage interior cleaner. First thing to note with the interior cleaner, or any other Shiny Garage product for that matter, is that if you actually peel the label back, you get your instructions in English, which is a massive bonus. Now we've dealt with that one, okay, I want to have a look at Shiny Garage interior cleaner to see if it deserves a place in our detailing kit bag. Slightly different review this time, me talking through the use of the product as opposed to that glitzy, flashy video with some nice beat music. It's actually going to be me talking you through the day that I used the product, so you can see it for yourself firsthand what I experienced. Join me back here afterwards to have a look through and get my thoughts and feelings on Shiny Garage interior cleaner. I'll see you shortly. So I want to take a bit more of a look at the Shiny Garage interior cleaner, just see if it's any good or not. A couple of sprays on and a quick agitation in there with the old brush. There's some old dressing on there. I'm not going to say which one it is that I've got on here. Let's just have a quick work through over that section. I think it's fair to say that I've probably got that in there enough. Let's grab hold of the old cloth. Look, it is clean. I'll give this a wipe off and see what the results are. Mild bit of grub and grime on the cloth. Nothing major, just bits of the old dressing. Give it a good wipe around. Have a look and see. Wipe off. So this isn't a dressing at all. This is just an interior cleaner. Well, let's have a look and see. Again, there we go. You see on the cloth that it has removed. You can see in there some of that old dressing that was laid on the car. And like I said, I ain't going to say which brand it's from. So I just want to show you around the steering wheel of the EP3, which probably hasn't been cleaned in as long as the owner's had it. It's pretty grubby, and I don't know what sort of results we're going to see out of this interior cleaner, but I'm going to run it over there so that you can see it firsthand as to what it's going to do. So then, let's have a look and see how it gets on in there. Give it a couple of sprays in the brush. Advise that's the best way to use it by the chap Jake Lynch that sold it to me from the Motor Spa. Let's work it in. Work over. Give it plenty of chance to work in that. I'll do the whole wheel. You probably won't want to stick around to watch that, which I'd understand as well. Nothing worse than watching a bold bloke trying to clean a steering wheel on a Sunday afternoon. Anyway, I have given that a good enough work into that bit, the bit that I can reach to show you on the camera without disturbing everything. Just the wheel. I haven't done the cowl at all, just the wheel. And give it a wipe off and just see how well it's done. Because like I said, I think this wheel hasn't been cleaned since this car was registered in 2004. What I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that to dry up, and then I'm going to show you the results when it's done. So we said that once it was dried, come back and have another look. Let's have a little look around and see what we can see. Now to me, I would say that it has definitely, without question, lifted the hand oils and dirt out the wheel. And I think there's a definite brightening of the red stitching as well. So to me, I would say that Shiny Garage interior cleaner has done what it said it was going to do. And one thing I forgot to mention at the start, is it's got a really nice apple scent. If you like apple smelling stuff, then it's going to make your car smell pretty good for a short amount of time afterwards. So there we go. That's the wheel clean. Bit of damage down at the bottom there, look. But yeah, overall, not a bad job at all on that wheel. Ignore the filthy interior, I'll get to that one day. But let's have a look and see how this shiny garage interior cleaner gets on. See on the door trim. Bit of grub and muck. So I'll come to that and we'll have a look and see how it gets on down there. So like always, trying to find the camera angles next to impossible with this stuff, but here we go. Let's give it a spray on. We'll work it in, and I hope that you can see on that camera that I'm not exactly taking my time with it. Let's get around that trim panel. Oh, up the tripod. Wonderful. There we go. Just get it over the area where you can see on that camera. I'll come back and do the other bit in a minute. We'll work it in nicely. Probably about as much time as you're going to want to be spending on it, not a lot more. Just grab a cloth and give them a wipe down and just see. And I pull the camera into it, how it looks, and it's getting a bit of dry out on it. Okay. Going to give that a minute to dry, so that it's not the product that's showing the darkening on the plastic, and then we'll come back and we'll have a final check, just to see how that trim panel looks in a moment. So I said we'd come back and have a look. Once it had a chance to dry, it's been about 10 minutes or so, and you can see that on this same trim, I think the shiny garage interior cleaner actually done really well, considering it's just a cleaner, it's not a dressing. So let's put it back to OEM, and I'm really chuffed with that. If I was to open my car door and see it like that, I think I'll be pretty pleased. So yeah, good product, well done. So for the 50/50 fans out there, let's have a look and see if we can capture anything that this actually does by doing that lovely 50/50 shot. Now, I'm just going to work it in. I'm trying my best not to belt hell out the tripod while I do this. Let's see what we can do. Try and avoid the tape because it seeps under the bugger. And I can see personally that the foam that's on there is a bit grubby. There we go, look, the old wind's blowing the tape off. Note to self, buy some better tape for doing this type of stuff anyway. It's great for if you're machine polishing. There we go. Just grab the old cloth, go around the other side and see if I can give it a wipe down without budging that old tape too much or distorting the line that we might get from wiping it off. Fair wipe off. Now then, having not tried to do this, let's see if we can get a line, discernible line between the product and not. There we go. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Oh yeah, it is. But I think that a lot of that is the product being wet still. So we'll give it a moment and just see if it dries there. I can see it drying down now. Yeah, it's drying down. I'm just going to have a look at this closely. Right, now from this angle, just here, just see that the product has removed the shiny sheen from the old dressing. And so on this area it doesn't appear to be there, the way I've got the light. But it's definitely here. And I'll try and move it in so you can see. Yeah, that's not too bad. You can see the brake line, and the shine changes ever so slightly different. So you make up your own mind. For me, that's done what it said it was going to do. So there you have it. You've seen me use the shiny garage interior cleaner inside my own cars. It's a good product. It cleans, it's got that nice apple fragrance about it. It doesn't need diluting down, so it's ready to use straight out of the bottle, but that's inconspicuous area first, of course. And it's worked for me today. It's cleaned the interior of the car, which is exactly what I set out to do with it. One thing I haven't tested with it is that they say it's usable on your interiors, on your upholstery. And on that upholstery, I haven't tried it. And the reason I haven't tried it is because I've got an upholstery cleaner that I'm happy with. And I'm none too keen on the spray on, brush in, wipe off with a cloth type cleaners. I still think that they're going to leave some residue behind. So I haven't tried it in that respect. Come back to then, it's just an interior cleaner to me, and I'm struggling to find where it's going to fit in my kit bag. And the reason is that I've got APCs in my kit bag that do the job that this does, and multiple other things as well. So it's kind of a, what do I do with it? Okay, obviously I'm going to use it up because I've got it now, but I wouldn't be rushing out to buy some more. Certainly not. My final thought on it is that, yeah, it's a good product, it works, but it's just not one that really has a place anywhere. And I'm going to leave you with that thought. If you like what you see here today, don't forget to subscribe and join me here next time for another review. Thanks for watching.